The Journal. A true horror story. Shadow narrated. My friend Maya asked me to house sit for 2 weeks while she visited her family overseas. Normal request. I'd done it before, fed her cat, watered her plants, slept in her guest room. Easy money and a nicer apartment than mine for a fortnight. I moved in on a Sunday. The first week was completely unremarkable. I worked from Maya's kitchen table during the day, watched her TV at night, and went to bed early. The cat, a gray tabby named Socks, ignored me entirely, which was fine. It was a good 2 weeks. Right up until it wasn't. It was day 10 when I found the journal. I was changing the sheets on the guest bed, the bed I'd been sleeping in for 10 nights, and when I pulled the mattress up to tuck the fitted sheet under, something slid out from between the mattress and the bed frame. A notebook. Plain black cover. No name on the front. I picked it up and opened it. The first entry was dated 2 weeks ago, the day before I arrived. I want to be precise about what I read, because I've gone over it so many times in my head that I need to get the details right. The journal was written in a small, neat hand, gender neutral. Could have been anyone. The entries were short, a paragraph or two each, dated daily. The first entry read, "The house sitter arrives tomorrow. Everything is ready." I felt something shift in my stomach, but kept reading. The second entry, the day I arrived. "They got here around 2 in the afternoon, took longer than expected to settle in. Made pasta for dinner, went to bed at 11, didn't check under the bed." I had made pasta that first night. I had gone to bed at 11. I had not checked under the bed. I sat on the edge of the mattress and read every entry. Day 3. They work from the kitchen table. On the phone a lot. Ordered Thai food for lunch. Didn't finish it. Day 5. Woke up at 3 a.m. Walked to the kitchen for water. Stood at the window for a while. Didn't look behind them. I remember that night. I remembered standing at the window looking out at the street. I had felt strange that night, restless, like something was just outside my peripheral vision. I told myself it was an unfamiliar place. Day 7. They found Maya's wine and opened a bottle. Watched something on TV until midnight. Cried a little at the end. Didn't hear me. I had opened a bottle of wine. I had watched a film that had an unexpectedly sad ending. I had cried a little. I had not heard anything. My hands were shaking by entry 9. Day 9. Getting comfortable. That's the interesting part, watching someone get comfortable somewhere they shouldn't be comfortable. They moved their toiletries to the main bathroom today. Rearranged the throw pillows. Starting to feel at home. They shouldn't feel at home. I put the journal down. I looked at the bedroom door. Open. The way I always left it. I looked at the closet. Closed. The way it had always been when I arrived each night. I looked at the window. The curtain moved slightly. The window was closed. I picked the journal back up. Day 10 was today's date. One entry. They've been in the guest room for about 20 minutes. They found something under the mattress while changing the sheets. They're reading it right now. A pause in the handwriting, like the pen had been lifted and set back down. They just got to this entry. Another pause. They're about to look up. I looked up. The closet door was open. It had been closed 30 seconds ago. I knew it had been closed. I had looked directly at it. It was open now, dark inside, the clothes hanging still. I stood up from the bed very slowly. I backed toward the bedroom door, keeping my eyes on the closet. I made it to the hallway, then to the front door. I grabbed my keys from the hook and I left. I sat in my car outside for 2 hours. I called Maya. 12-hour time difference. It was the middle of the night for her, but she picked up. I told her about the journal, read her some of the entries. My voice was steady until it wasn't. She was quiet for a long time. Then she said she needed to tell me something. She said 6 months ago, before I had ever been to her apartment, she had found a journal under that same mattress. She said she had read it and thrown it away because it frightened her. She said the entries described someone house-sitting, someone who came and went from the kitchen, someone who cried at the end of a film, someone who stood at the window at 3 in the morning. I asked her what the dates were. She said she couldn't remember exactly, but the last entry, the one that made her throw the whole thing in the dumpster outside, said, "They found the journal today." Right on schedule. I never went back to finish the house sit. I paid Maya back the money she'd given me, and I never went back inside that apartment. She moved out 2 months later. Didn't give a reason. Didn't need to. I've thought a lot about what that journal was. Who wrote it? Whether it was the same journal Maya found or a new one placed specifically for me. I've thought about the closet door. I've thought about the entry that said, "Didn't hear me," and what that means about how close it was. But the thing I come back to most, the detail I can't shake no matter how much time passes, is that first entry. Everything is ready. Written the day before I arrived. Which means whoever wrote it knew I was coming before I got there. And Maya was the only one who knew. I haven't asked her about it. I don't think I want to know the answer.